John's son is not developing correctly and nobody is saying anything. Why would anybody have to say anything? If his mama ain't saying anything, that's her baby.
Karlissa Saffold is an outspoken individual on social media. All things considered, she is Blueface's mother, and she has consistently stood up for him when she can. Welcome back, it's your host Nancy Brown. If you are new here, make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Saffold has been well known on social media during the past 2 years, so much so that she co-hosts the Aunt T podcast alongside Tokyo Tony and Tia Kemp, among others. However, Saffold is left to deal with people on social media while the show is presently on hiatus.
Why you want somebody to say something? She gotta live with that if that's what happened.
Actually, a large portion of her social media following is interested in learning more about Chrisean Rock and her child, Chrisean Jesus. There have been numerous blogs speculating on Chrisean Jr.'s development and whether or not he has a disability ever since his birth.
I mean, if that's the case, yes, I'm fucking hurt and I'm pissed, but what can I do?
When Saffold appeared live on Instagram, this subsequently raised some doubts. Saffold has had enough of those inquiries and has expressed her displeasure. In essence, she pointed out that since Chrisean Rock withholds information, nobody is aware of what Chrisean Jr. might possess.
I ain't going to get my beat about it again.
Furthermore, Saffold declared that it is not her fault if Chrisean did something that caused her child to be disabled. Saffold stated that since it is not her fault, she won't be burdened by it. It addressed some of the frustration she has been experiencing lately and was a firm response. Chrisean Rock is receiving a lot of negative feedback on the internet. A great deal of individuals on the internet say they're tired of hearing about her personal life and all the problems that surround her. Nevertheless, unlike what those individuals would have you believe, they do not stop posting about her, the family, or Blueface. Since Chrisean Rock recently revealed that her show will be premiering on Zeus Network, we can only assume that the same cycle will resume. To make the big reveal, she posted on Instagram, stating, "So blessed and excited about my new series, called God's Plan, featuring Chrisean Jesus Porter, and I am also making a special guest appearance on Bad is Midwest, all coming soon to at the Zeus Network." Given that Chrisean recently gained her freedom after being charged with possessing hazardous controlled narcotics with the intent to distribute them, this is undoubtedly an odd choice on her behalf. Furthermore, since Blueface will be incarcerated for 4 years, this will occur without the father. You would think that with everything going on, she would maybe just concentrate on being a parent in private. However, with Chrisean and the gang, this is ultimately kind of the standard. The internet is, predictably, apathetic and uninterested in this new show called God's Plan. Chrisean Rock is free at this point. That is not a good thing for the majority of the internet. There are moans aplenty whenever she, her family, or Blueface are mentioned. These days, more individuals are doing the same thing online since the rapper's baby mama has revealed some fresh information. She announced in a tweet early this morning that she had formally changed her son Chrisean Jr.'s name. She has been wishing to change it since last September. If you have been voluntarily following anything she has been doing or going through, his name was Chrisean Malone Jr. when he was born, but she concluded that it had to be something else. The reason she was advocating for Jonathan Jamal Porter Jr. was he has 2 sons but he don't got a junior yet. I don't like it. I don't like it like that, Rock said. Now that everything is final, Jonathan is not the name of her infant child. She chose to keep Chrisean instead, but his last name is now Porter and his middle name is now Jesus. Chrisean Jesus Porter is his name, it isn't JR anymore, just letting y'all know, thanks, she sent to X.
Out on the lie, man, y'all broke. Go get a fucking life. Why y'all watching me?
There has always been animosity between Soulja Boy and Blueface, and even with the latter's continuous legal troubles, their enmity doesn't seem to be abating. Blueface gained notoriety earlier this week when he was moved to a new prison to fulfill his 4-year term. Upon arrival, a fresh mugshot was taken, and it didn't take long for it to start becoming viral online. Fans noticed a really dramatic physical alteration, which makes sense given the situation.
Gonna end up broken in jail just like Blueface.
Soulja Boy likened his critics to Blueface in a recent Instagram live, contending that he remains successful even after they have failed.
Y'all think life a game, life all jokes and life and sweet. This ain't sweet.
It remains unclear exactly why Blueface was the first person to come to Soulja Boy's mind during his rant. The rapper has yet to respond. While Blueface continues to face legal challenges, his kid Chrisean Rock's mother does not. Earlier this week, she was freed from prison after serving about 3 months. Chrisean Rock's 2024 has not been easy. The rapper was detained while present at a court appearance for Blueface, the father of her child. He was then charged with having hazardous controlled narcotics in her possession with the intention of distributing them. She was also charged with not having a tax stamp attached to the substances in issue. The rapper might have spent 8 years behind bars. Though no specific dates were provided, there were suspicions that she might be released shortly. As it happens, that fateful day was September 6th. After being freed, the rapper was permitted to see her kid again. Instagram users saw a video of Chrisean rock cuddling and kissing her youngster. The musician also expressed how much her son means to her in a long, personal letter. "To be with you today," Rock wrote. "Set free a couple days from your birthday is a blessing." The rapper was behind bars when her son had his first birthday, and she admitted that missing out is something she's going to struggle with for a long time. "Missing a significant event like a first birthday can bring feelings of sadness or regret," she added. "But it's also an opportunity to reflect."